Preview Day on April 13th. Sign up at metrostate.edu/preview day. Know your power. Metro State University.
Wild Avalanche tonight at 7 on the radio home of the Wild. FM 100.3 KFXN, Minneapolis, St. Paul, The Fan.
Punk rockers, Sum 41, head to Minneapolis on their tour of the Setting Sun Farewell Tour Tuesday, April 23rd. Don't miss seeing them one last time as they take the stage at the Armory with special guests, The Interrupters. Tickets are on sale now. Get yours today at KFAN.com keyword calendar. And hey, you know what? The Power Hour is live, KFAN.com/watch, going a little early today. And we encourage you to check us out. All thanks to Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed.
Hey, Gazeko.
Hey.
Power Trip Morning Show. Anna Baining is our guest in studio, future Broadcasting Hall of Famer. Ben Lieber's here, cast of thousands, and we will have our friend Meets Us Robot in just a moment. But first, we need to do this, Corey.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by All Around Property Preservation.
Thanks, All Around Property Preservation. Ben, let's start with this. The Bills traded Stefon Diggs to Houston. Your thoughts on the exit of Stefon Diggs?
Yep, let's hear it.
It's nobody's surprise that this was going to happen. Look, we all like know and experience, and for a lot of ways love Stefon Diggs for what he was as a player with the Vikings. But we all get it. We all know the personality. It's no surprise that this happened. Like, you can't. There's a level beyond diva that he is. You can't just chalk it up. Like, to me, unfortunately, look, I love Stefon. Like, we've had personal experiences together. We did stuff at Best Buy together. Like, he's great. He's great when he wants to be great. But he has that Antonio Brown situation syndrome going on.
Victim mentality?
Whatever it is. I don't know clinically, whatever it is. I don't know what you can diagnose him with, but he's beyond what you just think of as, there's an egotistical wide receiver. Like, they're just being divas. No, he's beyond that.
Doesn't he seem to be incapable of finding happiness?
It seems like that.
Hi.
Right?
I know that's most of us on the Power Trip Morning Show, but specifically Stefon Diggs. Seems that he's you could give him almost anything he wanted and he still wouldn't be happy.
Yeah. And that's the thing. You go back to his draft situation. The reason why he fell in the draft was because of personality and character concerns. So, that's the thing as we look at the draft every year. We have a super talented player, wide receiver at Maryland, maybe a little undersized. He can do this, he can do that. He checks a lot of boxes, probably a first-round talent. But then when you do all the personality assessments and you sit down and talk to this player, you talk to other people that have been around him, and they're like, this guy's kind of a nightmare. So you have to balance production versus how you want to deal with him off the field. The Vikings got certainly enough of him. They're like, well, we don't need to deal with this guy. They ship him off to Buffalo. He's, basically the leading receiver in the NFL as far as targets and receptions. And he's got plenty of opportunities to make plays, but yet he's not happy.
So, Ben, when it comes to the draft, going back to that character thing, how big of a factor is that in the draft?
It's
in finding a spot.
Well, I believe I've never sat in some of these scouting meetings, but I would guess that it's different for different positions. Mm-hmm. You're looking for a certain temperament out of quarterbacks that might be different than a defensive tackle. That's going to be different than a corner. That's going to be different than a wide receiver. Right. And I think that there is a longer leash with some of those prima donna positions. You're going to give a little bit more to the receiver, like, that's kind of just what makes him great. Mm-hmm. Same thing with the cornerback. Like, you got to have this bravado, this cockiness. You got to have a little bit of this arrogance. And so a little bit of that, you give a little bit with that. With Diggs, that's why I think he's on another level.
He's got to tune it down a little bit.
I don't know if he can. It's like the one thing that makes him a great football player. Whatever this chip on the shoulder is, he's created this sort of character in his mind. I don't think that he can shut it off. And look, I think a lot of people in Houston, the Texans are going to be happy because they feel like they got a playmaker. I'm telling you, you're bringing Kyrie Irving onto the team. He's like the NFL version of Kyrie Irving. It's like he's a talented player, but for some reason, he just goes scorched earth within every organization and is very divisive. And I think that's talent-wise, they're going to – absolutely. I think it's the wrong move for the Texans to do that.
All right, Twins news brought to you by our friends at Quantum Fiber. The Twins won 7-3 over the Drunken Scotties yesterday, 7-3. Jeffers hit a 3-run home run. Kirilloff was 4 for 4. Home opener today, though, at 3:10 versus Cleveland. Pablo Lopez versus something called Tanner Bibby, maybe?
Oh, good.
Right?
Sure.
PA?
Yeah.
Still on the Charge bandwagon?
1,000%.
Yeah.
Still convinced that's Charge.
It's not even like with the blue dress thing. You could see, and people would tell you
good.
blue dress. You can kind of see blue. I
can't hear
Sounds
it at
nothing like him at all.
I
Yeah.
cannot hear
I-
it. Not even a little
How
bit.
do you –
You're high.
the producer of his show came in and said, like, yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah, I understand, but I also was told by many people at TI last week that they agreed with me.
By Rubes?
A lot of people
Yes.
are telling me this.
A lot of people are saying.
Okay.
I was hearing something about a free breakfast at Target Field. Is that a real thing?
Yeah, they're doing that now. I think right now.
Right now.
They do the whole. You drive
Like
up.
hot dogs for breakfast.
Yeah, you drive up. I did it a few years ago. You just drive up to the
Just for the
stadium.
home opener?
Yeah, they do. They used to do that with all the sports. I don't know if it's.
Yeah, I remember the days you could
Yeah.
drive past Target Center for the Wolves opener and they would just hand you donuts through your window.
Correct.
Yeah, we did that
Wild
with the
did
Wild,
that.
remember? A few
Yeah,
times.
with the Wild, yeah.
Right.
That's the first I've heard of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
Did not
right
know that.
now.
Yeah, I think it's like. Maybe I don't want to
Should
say
run
the
over
time.
there real quick.
Hey, go
All
ahead.
right, let's do Vikings news because, Ben, it is draft month.
Oh, my God.
We're just like 3 weeks
So
away from the NFL draft.
Only three weeks away.
It's time for Vikings news on the Power Trip, presented by
Now, Corey, before you start, we need to tell Annette Baining, our guest here.
Or Anna.
Yeah,
It's so hard not to say
Annette's
Annette.
Benning.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Benning
I
is
just did
so
that.
hard not to do that.
That's so weird. Anna, sorry about that.
It's okay.
Meat Sauce is not here. Now, you would be bent over in laughter right now because he's the funniest guy you'd know. And he's a sports/NFL draft aficionado.
A regional icon.
He is an icon.
Where is he?
He's in Paris.
In Paris.
Oh,
Not with Don Mitchell, just happens to be
happens
there.
to be there. Yeah,
Maybe
right.
we'll run
Are
into
you
him.
familiar with the city pages?
No.
Okay.
Exactly, because it
All right,
shut
that's fine.
down
Yeah,
about a
that's right.
month
Yeah,
after
you
he
get
was
that.
named Best Sports Talk radio host. They basically said it's the end of the road.
That is a true story.
Wait,
True
why?
story.
Yeah, right.
I think they realized that journalism was dead.
Yeah, they
Oh,
they
sorry,
committed
Anna.
the ultimate crime. Yeah, sorry.
Not good news for me.
Anyway, so Sauce is not here. But over the last handful of years, we've realized he really only says 5 or 6 things just over and over and over again. And if we just had some kind of a computer program to say those 5 or 6 things, we could actually fire him, save the money, and still have the exact same content. Yeah. So we had an engineer create a Meat Sauce robot who is identical to Meat Sauce in every way except for the fact that it's not a human being. It's basically AI before AI was big.
Wow.
We were ahead of the curve. Would you like to have NFL draft expert Ben Lieber have a discussion with NFL draft expert Meat Sauce robot?
I would love to hear
All
that.
right, let's power this thing on.
Oh, look at it come to life. This always gets me so excited. Oh, look at him.
Hey, babe.
Hey,
Hey, what's going on?
there
Meat
you
Sauce
are. It's so good to see you.
Ben, can I ask you a question?
Yes, please do.
Because a lot of people who know a lot more than me about the NFL draft, but don't know more than you. Well, I mean, you know a lot about the draft, and football or whatever, but experts or whatever,
Right.
are saying well wait, I'm not saying you're not an expert on football or whatever, but a lot of the guys on TV that talk about the draft or whatever
Sure.
are saying the Vikings are probably going to move up in the draft. But do you? So, what was I saying again?
Yeah, so do you think they're going to move up in the draft, or what do you think they're going to do? I think is what he's asking.
Is that what he's asking?
I think so.
I sort of lost. I
I think
him
he
there.
lost the way.
Yeah. I stopped paying attention.
Yeah, it's, was there a question in there?
Wait, was there an actual
I think
question
he was trying to
mark
say, do you think
in
they're going
there?
to...
The Vikings have to move up. They just have to. They don't have a choice. They just don't. There's no other option.
Right.
There just isn't.
No.
They backed themselves into a corner.
Right.
They just did.
Oh.
The Vikings need a quarterback.
Sure.
They just do.
Okay.
And this corner they're in is their fault.
Right.
It just is.
Uh-huh.
They're going to move up. They just are.
Right.
They have to. They just do.
Got it.
They just
Okay, so he's just telling me that they have
They
to
have
do
to,
that.
yeah, I
So
don't know if
that
there's a
I
question.
didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you're
don't
right,
think
yeah.
there's a question
Who
in
do
there.
you? Who do you like? Want them to take or whatever?
All right, so who do you want them
who do
to
you want them
take,
to take
or whatever?
Yeah, I mean,
Like a player or just like whatever?
I think I'd say player.
Okay. Wow, that's a really good question.
Thank
I
you.
think they are taking Drake May.
Oh.
I just do.
He just does.
Okay. In all honesty, yes, I think we all agree that you don't pick up that second first rounder without thinking. When Kwesi says it gives us flexibility, I think that flexibility means ammunition, and the ammunition to move up. Now we have heard all these other experts talk about what's the compensation, what's the trade package going to look like. It's actually not as much to move up as much as I thought. Like this whole idea that we're going to have to quote unquote sell the farm to move up, it to me doesn't sound like that. You swap the fourth pick possibly and the 11th pick, so you're not really giving anything up. You're
It's a gain.
It's a gain. You're giving up the 23rd. I get that. That's an asset. And then the rumor is next year's first, which if you're hope to be in a competitive rebuild, a better football team, you're hoping that first round draft pick is in the mid to late 20s. Not a huge deal. Now, if you have to sweeten the pot a little bit with like fourth rounder or something, fine. If you truly think that you're going to find your next franchise quarterback, I don't think that is that much to give up.
I think they are taking J.J. McCarthy. I just do.
Wait a minute, didn't you?
I think he said Drake May.
I thought you said did you change
The draft is going to Whale.
Yeah, well, I agreed.
Agreed. So who does he actually think that he wants to take? Is it Drake May or is it J.J. McCarthy?
I think they are taking Jaden Daniels.
Wait a minute.
I just do.
Hold on.
I think they like Drake May. They just do. The only quarterback in the draft I would like, move up for or whatever, is Jaden Daniels.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think the Vikings really like J.J. McCarthy. So yeah, so if they got McCarthy by trading a couple of first round picks or whatever,
Right.
that would But
Right.
I would guess the Vikings love Jaden Daniels. They
Okay.
just do. But they have to trade up.
Right.
You didn't get pick 23 for nothing, so yeah, I think they should trade up for whatever it takes to go get Drake May, or J.J. McCarthy,
Right.
or Jaden Daniels.
Okay.
I would love to see them trade up for Drake May, but the only quarterback who they should trade up for is Jaden Daniels. But I would give up 2 firsts and a third
Okay.
for Drake May, or J.J. McCarthy, or Jaden Daniels.
Right.
So yeah,
Okay. What do you
Wow.
think?
Long-winded.
Thoughts on that?
I'm telling you,
he's not
they're
wrong.
going to. They just are.
He's not wrong, you guys. I think the Vikings like all of them.
I think they're taking Michael Penix. I just do.
Well, they could.
That'd be great.
Yeah. What about Caleb? Does he have anything to say about Caleb?
Just saying.
Oh.
Saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
The thing though about trading up is and everybody is saying this, is
thank
you have to so, if the Broncos or Oakland or whatever, wants to move up, tons of people are saying what you'd have to give up to move up in the draft is way more than let's say the Vikings, no wait, not the Vikings,
Not- okay.
the
Somebody- Not the
Giants or
Vikings.
whatever,
Okay.
let's say they really
What?
want JJ, not Justin Jefferson, J.J. McCarthy or
No, we get it.
whatever.
We know that.
So, everybody is saying, the thing about trading up is you just have to.
Okay, so you
Okay.
have to do it.
you have to.
Well,
I'd rather watch the NFL draft than go to Pete Sauce's funeral.
Yeah, well, you said that earlier. Right.
Hey Hawk,
Yeah, buddy.
the women who go to the NFL draft in person,
Sure.
would
They looking for a man?
just saying,
I-
the Vikings should move up to pick 3 way before the draft,
You're-
now,
Right.
or they could do it the day before, or, if I'm the Vikings, I do it the day of the draft.
Okay.
But they have to do it either before the draft or during the draft, or
Obviously.
they won't be able to move up.
Right.
So yeah,
Would you?
okay. So let me
I'm
just
not
see
sure.
if can you guys help me recap this real quick?
Sure.
The Vikings have to move up.
I'm telling you, they're going to trade up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
They just are.
Yeah.
Okay. Because we have put ourselves in baby's corner. We have to move up. Now we're going to move up to 3 or 4.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, we know.
Okay. And then they really are going to select Jaden Daniels. They have to.
I think they are taking Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
I just do.
Yep. And then we're also somehow going to select J.J. McCarthy.
I think they are taking J.J. McCarthy.
I get it.
I just do.
Yeah.
Okay. And then for somehow with this one selection, we're also going to get Drake May.
I think they are taking Drake May.
Okay.
I just do.
Okay.
Is that possible?
I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, he
they're
told you.
going to. They just are.
And then can we have a 4D selection in Michael Penix?
I think they're taking Michael Penix.
Shoot,
I just
man.
do.
Wow.
What are we going to do with all these quarterbacks? And we
I
have
just
Sam
do.
Darnold still too.
Wow.
Just saying.
Okay.
I feel like we have other holes on this team. If they're going to allow us 4 selections off that one pick, I feel like we shouldn't go all quarterback.
He's
The
just
NFL
saying.
draft is
Just
just
saying.
the best. It just is.
He's right.
He is right.
I have no information.
It's A+.
Whoa,
Jeez.
Whoa,
Jesus.
hey.
Well,
That was A+.
Did you find any clarity in that? Do you feel like you have a better sense of what the Vikings are going to do?
No, I have no sense. No. So that's a great applause.
yeah, they loved
They
it.
really loved
Standing
it.
ovation.
I'll agree with what Florio said. Was it Tuesday?
Yes.
That look, you can't believe anything anybody's saying right
Agreed.
now
Yep.
at all. This is where everybody's putting out. They're talking to their agents. They're floating things to Schefter. People think that Schefter is the sole voice of reason and honesty and real news. And time again, Schefter's been caught red-handed with getting information that he has been floated on purpose to deceive people. Right? He's got so many favors out there that people are calling on him to like, oh, you owe us a favor because of X, Y, and Z. And so even if it comes from what everybody thinks is the number one source in Adam Schefter, even he's been bought. He's been bought by all of these GMs. He's been bought by these agents. You can't believe, especially during free agency and the draft, what is real and what's not real.
So are you saying I should turn off my Adam Schefter Twitter notifications?
Look, when it comes to news that Stefon Diggs is being traded, that is real news. When it comes to rumors about the draft, turn it off.
I'm telling you, they're going to trade up.
No, we heard you.
Yeah.
No.
They just are.
Yeah, we heard you.
8 o'clock hour of the Power Trip Morning Show. When we come back, we'll do Fan 5. We'll do headlines. Lots to get to. After this on The Fan.
KFAN Total Traffic.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center, here's a look at the roads. 35W northbound, stop and go 31st Street to 26th. 694 westbound, you're heavy, Silver Lake to East River. 169 southbound, stop and go County Road 81 to 77th Avenue with a crash on the right shoulder. 494 westbound, Cedar Avenue to 35W, you'll see some delays. And 5th Avenue South still closed both ways between East Franklin and East 19th with a structure fire. That's traffic on The Fan. Traffic is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt. It matters who does your taxes.
Why are people saying "Hew yeah" to Jackson Hewitt? When you switch to Jackson Hewitt, they will beat what you paid last year on tax prep, even if you filed online. Proof of prior year payment required when filing. New clients only at participating locations through April 7th. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
Self-medicating with pills or sprays may make matters worse. Life-changing nasal breathing relief that can lead to much better sleep.
You'll receive $1,000 off the MSRP on all.
transactions only.
Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Hey, Rosie here. Now is the perfect time to get a big deal on a brand new Honda. That's because your Honda dealer is loaded with new inventory. That means more Pilots, more CRVs, more HRVs, more Accords, more Civics, and more great deals for you. But don't wait. For big deals on America's best brand, hurry into your Greater Twin Cities Honda dealer today.
Based on 2023 Brand Image Awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit kbb.com for more information.
Get 15% off right now with Sauce 15 at chillboys.com, the most comfortable underwear in the world.
From the Your Boat Club Weather Center.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Need to hire? You need Indeed. Their end-to-end solution helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all year round. Schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from your Indeed dashboard. Learn more by visiting Indeed.com/credit.
Fan forecast. Mostly cloudy today and a high of 50. We're dropping down to 32 tonight.
Wild Avalanche tonight at 7 on the radio home of the Wild, FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
The Power Hour continues at KFAN.com/watch. It's powered by Quantum Fiber. Check out our YouTube page and subscribe and get notifications and join us on the video side. Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed.
Thanks, Zacco. Power Trip Morning Show, 8 o'clock hour now. Hi. How you doing? Hi, everybody.
Chris, how do you answer this question? When we went to break, Anna said, does Sauce really talk like that?
Yeah, some of that was an actual transcript of him talking. Sorry, there you go. Hold on. Sorry, say that
Corey,
again.
you said that he only had like 6 different phrases. I heard way more than 6 in that.
They're the same phrase, just done differently. Yeah, right. He's the best. You'd love him. You will love him
You'll
at some
meet him.
point. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. But right now, again, you can take a look at us on the old KFAN.com/watch. Right, Ben?
That's right.
All right, let's do some sports, Benjamin.
Wanna
Let's do Fan 5.
Fan 5?
Yeah, why don't we do that?
It's time for Fan 5, brought to you by Builders and Remodelers.
Hey, thanks, Builders and Remodelers. All right, let's try this one. We have a new sports billionaire. According to Forbes, Magic Johnson now officially a billionaire.
Yeah,
He's worth
good for him,
$1.2 billion, Magic Johnson.
I love that so much because he leveraged his celebrity in the best way possible, and he did it pretty quietly too.
Yeah, like what? Communities that needed some revitalization, right? Putting, what was it, Starbucks and I think
it was
movie
Starbucks,
theaters
yeah.
or something. He went into predominantly black neighborhoods and said, "We're going to build these businesses from the ground up," and now he's worth $1.2 billion.
Woo.
Good for Magic Johnson.
That's awesome, good for him.
All right, take your best shot at this. According to Forbes, how many billionaires are now in the world?
In the world?
How many billionaires on Earth now that Magic Johnson and others have crossed the line?
I don't know. I wouldn't even know where to begin. 1,500?
1,500. Ben says 1,500. Anna, how many do you think? What would you guess?
I was having a hard time remembering my student body class for senior year in high school. I'll just go 1,800.
1,800. Zacho.
12.
12 people or 1,200?
Jeez.
1,200.
Okay.
Max.
I don't know. I was going to say a low number, but everybody else is going high. So I'll say like 20,000.
20,000?
Yeah.
20,000.
Wow.
Okay. Chris.
I already saw it, buddy.
You guys, outside of Max, kind of close. 2,700. 2,781.
That's still a lot.
Here's the more guessable one, though. 2,781 billionaires on planet Earth. How many people are in the $100 billion club? How many people are worth $100 billion or more?
I bet
Like 10.
5.
I'm going to say 85.
Is it more than 100?
You
Can
tell me.
us that? I'm going to say 100.
Okay, Zacho?
101.
101. Okay, Price is
Oh,
Right
my
rules.
gosh. Yeah, here he goes.
Hey,
Chris and Max, what did you guess again?
I said 5.
I said 10.
You guys are close. Yep, 14.
Wow.
There are 14 people, 100 billion or more.
Yeah, that's a lot of money, man.
Does it have a list of who they are?
Forbes does somewhere. I don't have it in front of me,
but that's
though.
not in front of you. Okay.
No, I think they said Bezos is currently third. I think Elon's second or fourth. I don't know. I think the French dude is first now. Some dude I
A
don't
Frenchman.
A French guy?
Frenchman.
Yeah, hang on. It is.
I got a list right here. A bunch of people we wouldn't really know: Steve Ballmer, Bill Gates, Warren Buffet.
Right. Names we're not familiar with. Those three.
I love you.
No, I meant the people that I didn't name.
Oh, got it. Who's the front? You have the guy that's on top.
Let me scroll down.
Saw
Jeff
it
Bezos
yesterday.
is 3. Elon Musk is 2. Bernard Arnault
Yeah, he's first.
is number 1.
Two-
He is a Frenchman.
Two something.
Oh,
What does he
these
do?
people-
What does he own?
His
What has he
so-
created?
LVMH.
A luxury conglomerate,
Oh.
which owns Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior, and
got it.
this might even be the biggest one these days, Sephora.
Oh man, the kids are crazy about Sephora.
I know the ins and
My
outs of
daughter
that
is-
store, man.
She's nuts for it. She's 10.
Yeah, same.
Loves Sephora.
I don't even know how my daughter knows about all this stuff. She knows everything about all the skincare,
It's
all
all
the
social media.
lotions.
It's
Yeah.
TikTok.
It's TikTok.
Crazy.
All over TikTok.
Yep. Anyway, 14 100 billionaires.
Wow.
Ain't so bad.
Yep. The Wolves beat the Raptors 133-85. It's just an absolute ass kicking. 53rd win of the year for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Even better, OKC got blown out by Boston 135-100. So the Oklahoma City Thunder now a game behind the Wolves in Denver. The Wolves in Denver tied atop the Western Conference.
And the Wolves have the tiebreaker, so they are the number 1 seed in the Western Conference as of this very moment.
And what do we got? 6 games left?
Something like
I think
that.
it's 6 to go.
Playing a couple of hungry teams here down the stretch, though. A couple of games against the Suns, got a big one against the Nuggets next Wednesday. Lakers here on Sunday. We'll go into LA on Sunday, and then the Wizards and the Hawks, who are no good. So it'll be interesting down the stretch.
Go for women into the women's NIT final after beating Troy 74-69. Battle had 18 points. And St. Louis beat Vermont, so the championship game is Saturday at 2 o'clock. St. Louis versus the Gopher women.
Let's go.
And where's this at?
Not sure.
Is that the one that's in Cleveland?
No, that's the
Oh,
actual
that's the
Final
actual
Four.
one.
I don't know where this one is.
Right.
How does that? I mean, is there a home game?
Well, that's
for the
what I did-
WNIT.
Yeah, that's
I
why-
doubt there's a neutral site, but who knows? Maybe there is.
I didn't know if we were hosting.
I don't
if we're
know.
the top seed.
Women's basketball, not sure.
Not sure.
Speaking
Anyway,
of women's
good
basketball,
luck.
speaking of women's basketball, LSU's Angel Reese is declaring for the WNBA draft. She's 21. Of course, lost to Iowa and Caitlin Clark on Monday. The only thing that's interesting about this, I think, is the Lynx select 7, and that's about where she's projected to go.
Oh, Lord.
Let's go.
Somewhere in that back half of the top 10. So we might see an Angel Reese Lynx collaboration here at some point. So she's one of the most noteworthy names in women's college basketball, and that's about where the Lynx are going to be picking. Zach, your hands up.
Location to be announced.
To be announced for the championship game.
Okay.
It is Saturday.
That's great for ticket sales.
So it's got to be one of the two spots, right? Wouldn't it almost have to be a home game for one of the two? How does that work?
I could I see it happening here?
All right,
maybe.
here he goes.
Okay. The Wild host Colorado tonight at 7 o'clock. They have 8 games to go, 5 of them on the road. But bad news last night because the Kings, the team that they are chasing, beat the Seattle Kraken 5-2. So now 8 points behind the Kings.
Yeah, it's a tough spot. The Kings have a much easier schedule the rest of the way, but who knows? It's a team that deserves better.
You don't sound real confident, man.
Yeah, again, just look at the
It's
numbers.
over.
Look at the numbers. The numbers game. It's not great, but they won a game. They almost beat the Golden Knights on Saturday. So they're playing really, really well. They've won 7-1-2 in the last 10. So they're one of the hotter teams. They just dug themselves too big of a hole early on.
So, Anna, you are passionate about hockey, and you're covering a lot of college hockey.
Yeah.
How much do you pay attention to the NHL?
Honestly, during hockey season, I mostly just dial into college hockey, and now I'm kind of shifting back over into professional hockey.
It's
but
a lot.
It is, and
It's a
we're
lot to
not done
know.
with college season yet either. It's Frozen 4 next weekend.
Yeah, do you have a favorite in that?
I have a least favorite.
Who's the least favorite?
Denver.
Oh, Denver.
Everybody hates Denver.
Why is
No,
it?
they're in the NCHC.
It's so weird. Like, you would think you want to root for your conference
I
opponents in there, and
know.
being the only conference NCHC team there. But
But it's like when you're
there's that
going
hatred,
against
yeah.
them all season long, then it's kind of like hard to it's hard to root for them when it comes to those final teams. And they're
And they broke your
nine-time
hearts.
Yeah, they're 9-time national champions. They don't let us forget about that. I don't know.
That's
And
enough.
that overtime game
I know.
it was the Pioneers, right?
Yeah.
I
Brutal.
thought they were going to reverse that goal.
Yeah, stuff happens, but can't do anything about it. Good luck to the Pioneers.
Ben, who do you like on Saturday? We're down to the Final Four. Purdue is the number 1 seed. They are not hosting. What am I talking about? They are facing off against number 11 North Carolina State. NC State is a 9-point dog. Then in the other game, UConn is blowing everybody out. They're the number 1 overall seed. They take on number 4 Alabama, and UConn is an 11.5-point favorite on DraftKings.
I think the favorites win both of those. I think it's going to be a UConn Purdue final.
And do you think Zach Edey can give them enough to give UConn a run, or is this UConn's to
I think
lose?
it's UConn's to lose.
So do I.
Yeah, they're just so dominant. They've been so dominant.
Yeah, what is it? 10 straight wins of 13 points or more?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like
Something like that?
Every matchup
In the tournament.
That's the one thing about the tournament that everybody tries to pick apart and tries to analyze. Like, well, this matchup actually, this team might be a higher seed, but the matchup is not great or whatever. And UConn's is blown past everybody, whether they're big man, dominant, or they've got a great front court. It doesn't matter who they're playing. They crush everybody.
JG, live from the Final Four today and tomorrow. Radio Row, Justin Guard. Again, man, it's been a long time since I did that trip with him. 3, 4, 5 times, Gerdsey and I flew to Houston. We did Atlanta. We had so many fun experiences on Radio Row. Luminaries like Evander Holyfield selling barbecue sauce, and he barely knew that it was his face on the bottle. Great interviews like Jared Fogle from Subway, who seemed very nice.
You got to quit saying that.
You got it.
I don't know why you.
I said
wanna say that.
seemed past tense. He seemed at the time.
You got to
to be
stop
a
wearing that
very-
like a badge of honor.
In a lot of ways, it's a shot at me. I'm a bad judge of character. Seemed like a good dude. I was wrong.
Yeah.
Seemed very nice.
It's okay. I am too.
Obviously, you're in here.
Don't fall for Fogle. I almost did.
Well.
Anyway,
weird
JG. Live today and tomorrow from Final Four.
Is he gonna have P Diddy on and all
Yeah. Yeah, great idea.
Yeah, great idea. He should have him on.
Yeah.
He is broadcasting from Epstein Island today, 3 to 6:30.
Well, that's probably not good either.
Duh.
Should we do headlines when we get back?
I think we probably should.
All right, more of the Power Trip Morning Show.
coming back?
I think so, yeah. I said past tense. I didn't say he seems like a nice guy. He seemed past tense, Zach. Context matters. Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
The Fan.
Any breaking news in your dating life, or is it broken? Fix it by calling.
New Chevy
Are you
Blaze.
looking for ways to elevate your business through premium headwear and apparel? At Branded Bills, we focus on attention to detail, in-person customer experience, and quality craftsmanship to provide a finished, customized product for any occasion. Our core belief is to create out-of-the-box products that enhance the value of your personal brand or business. We offer low minimum orders, unique design applications, and completed custom products in as quick as 2 weeks. To find out more, visit brandedbills.com. Doing things right. That same commitment is what drives our Early Bird Electric team to wake up ready to serve our Twin Cities community every day, to stay ready to deliver 5-star electrical service on every call, and to deliver excellence in everything we do. And Early Bird is proud to offer discounts for military, seniors, and first responders. Visit earlybirdelectricians.com or call 612-THE-BIRD.
Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go online at carsforkids.org to donate today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Is logistics on your mind? Does your business have freight that you need to move fast and efficiently? Well, let Evans Transportation take care of that for you. Ben Lieber here for my friends at Evans Transportation. So Evans will look at your current supply chain situation, evaluate it, optimize it, and build you a unique custom software solution. They call this the Evans Experience, or the EX. It's all about taking care of their customers and work to make your life easier so you can focus on running your company. Keep your business moving forward with Evans Transportation. Find them at evanstrans.com. That's evanstrans.com.
Boating season is almost here. Visit yourboatclub.com now to get boating at over 40 locations. Your Boat Club has over 400 new boats for you to enjoy. It's simple and the easiest way to get your family on the water this summer. Visit yourboatclub.com today.
Hey, it's Corey Cove for Ovo LASIK and Lens. And look, I've had LASIK and I'm thrilled with my results. But what if LASIK isn't the best option for you? Well, there's even more at Ovo. Maybe you or someone you know, maybe a parent, is over 50 and struggling with reading glasses. Well, Ovo has a solution called Restorative Lens Exchange, or RLE. Now, the LASIK consultation has always been free. It is. But for a limited time, Ovo is waiving the $300 consultation fee for restorative lens exchange. But you'll also get $500 off your LASIK or RLE procedure, plus 24 months interest-free financing. So if you're like me and we're struggling with glasses, contacts, or reading glasses, well then call Ovo LASIK and Lens for your free consultation to find out if LASIK or RLE is right for you. And don't forget, Ovo LASIK and Lens has the legends of LASIK, Dr. Lobanoff, and Dr. Whiting, along with over 1,600 five-star Google reviews and a best price guarantee. So you really can't get better than vision correction at Ovo LASIK and Lens. Find them online at ovoi.com. That's OVOEYE.com.
You're listening live to The Power Trip on iHeartRadio and FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
Hey, the 21.
What in the hell just happened?
Hang on.
That's all right. That's okay. Start again.
I have the perfect button for that. Hang on a second, Zacho.
Start over and speak differently.
The electric rock duo 21 Pilots are headed back to Minnesota. Catch them October 12th as they bring the Clancy World Tour to Target Center. Tickets go on sale tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. For more info, head over to KFAN.com. Make the keyword calendar.
There you go.
God, that was hot nonsense.
It was really hot.
Anna, that's
though.
how you don't do it.
Noted.
Yeah. Right. Again, Anna Banning is our guest. She's in studio. She's learning some good and bad things. Ben is, I can tell over there, taking her under his wing, telling her how to do things.
Yeah.
No? Okay,
yep.
great.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
This segment, we do something called headlines, where we only read the headlines.
Yeah, no context.
No context, no information.
When maybe your friends do this, they'll read a headline on Twitter and then never read the story, but then they go to a party and act like they're an expert on it.
All the time.
Yeah. That's what we do. We just read the headlines and then just make super grandiose, like blanket statements and act like we know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Now it's time for headlines.
Corey, please, may I do the first one?
Sure. It's brought to you by our friends at Wolf River Electric. You can go solar with Wolf River Electric. Go get those panels. Save some money. Do the whole bit. They'll walk you through it. Wolf River Electric.
Hey, Ben.
Yeah.
It's National Blank Day. Do you know what National Day it is? You don't. I'm just going to tell you.
No, I don't.
It's National Burrito Day.
Yes, National Burrito Day. And there are deals to be had.
Give it
It's
to
a
me.
BOGO at Chipotle and Taco Bell.
What?
Need it
Word?
delivered? DoorDash, Grubhub, and Uber Eats offering Burrito Day delivery deals. Just about every Mexican restaurant will have a burrito offering today. And here's what you need to know.
Tell me.
Burrito means little donkey.
I don't
It's a
care.
tortilla stuffed with good things, and we've been eating them since the 1900s. No reason to stop now. I'm Bree Tennis.
That's
Thank
why
you,
they call
Bree.
you little
Thanks,
donkey,
Bree.
man.
Zach, your hand was up.
So I've been meaning to tell you about this, or I guess ask you about it. You go to St. Cloud a lot. Have you been to Bravo Burrito?
Do you think I haven't?
Okay.
Holy balls.
Just making sure, because I went
Oh.
with my guy, Zach Chapman, up there, and he introduced it to me. I was like,
I know Zach.
Yes.
Oh.
He is, he's awesome. So, and
I've
that
never had Bravo burrito.
Oh, my.
You have not? Okay.
No.
Yeah, we
I've
have
been
we have
told-
Bravo before the show one time a week.
Is that what you
we're
say
doing
when you're
things up there.
leaving the place?
Bravo.
Bravo.
Bravo burrito. I'm sorry for what I did to your bathroom.
And of course, Bravo Burrito translates to well done, little donkey.
That's right. Well done. Well done.
Not the first time I've heard that.
Oh.
God, that was hot nonsense.
All right, there, man. All right. National Burrito Day. Conan O'Brien, the GOAT. Conan O'Brien is going to appear on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. It'll be the first time he's been on The Tonight Show since his stint ended 14 years ago. Ooh. I mean, no hard feelings with Fallon, right? It was all he hated Jay Leno and was bitter about NBC and Jay Leno. So he'll be back for the first time. He's promoting his new travel show, which premieres on April 18th on Max, on HBO Max.
Me? Oh.
Can't wait. He visits Norway, Thailand, Argentina, and Ireland.
Interesting.
It's what was the other show that he had? Conan O'Brien.
Didn't he do another travel show?
Yeah, he did. And it was awesome. It was basically it was on his actual TBS show, but he would just do kind of specials. He would go around the world and film it.
Must go.
Yeah, it was.
That's it.
Conan Without Borders.
Oh, that's right.
It's
Oh.
awesome. It's everything I love about Conan. I know it's edited to make it look like everything is ad-libbed, and it is ad-libbed, but they're taking the best of the best.
Yeah.
But if you even, because I worship the dude, if you're anywhere even remotely a fan of Conan, his travel shows are awesome. I can't wait for this one.
I
This is gonna
forgot.
be epic.
The first one started when he went to Cuba back in 2015.
Can't wait.
Conan Without Borders.
It's going
He's
to be
great
sweet.
on his feet, man. Love that guy.
He's very, very, very quick.
I hope he writes a book someday. I'd love to know more about his time at Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, he. I feel like he's upping the amount of how much he's been talking about
Yes.
that on his podcast. He seems to be bringing up his writing days a lot more. I don't know if that's consciously or subconsciously, but man, with Kristen Wiig, he
Yes.
talked a ton about the writing process on SNL.
A great podcast.
That was a great one.
Really was,
Speaking of which, Chris, I don't know if you saw the latest episode of Palm Royale, but it actually got better.
Okay, good.
In this latest episode, I believe.
I was busy watching Vanderpump last night, so I haven't seen another episode yet, but I am looking forward to getting
Yeah,
back to it.
I feel like it took a little bit of a step forward in a better direction.
Fantastic. Well, good.
Yeah.
Good. That's good to know. That's good to know.
Adam Sandler keeps talking about the development of Happy Gilmore 2 and how we've lost a lot of people that were in Happy Gilmore 1 since it came out, like Bob Barker. We lost Carl Weathers. Just this week, Joe Flaherty, the guy that plays the
guy who goes to the steakhouse.
Yeah, the assassin
jackass.
almost, right. The guy that runs over Happy Gilmore with the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, jackass.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
jackass.
it.
Yep.
Right,
So
right.
he said they were looking to find ways to honor all of those people. And one of the ways is he's thinking about having a cameo by Drew Carey, who is the current host of The Price is Right,
see,
to
that makes
honor
sense.
the
I
fact
like
that Bob
that.
Barker, of course, was in it the first time.
I'm telling you, man, I can't get it out of my head. And talking about Conan, the podcast, I feel like Adam just sits around all day going, damn it, I got to make another movie. What am I going to do today? 'Cause, I mean, he's got that deal with Netflix. He has to make a certain amount of movies. It seems like the worst thing ever. It's a lot of money.
A lot of pressure, though.
A lot of pressure just to do it. And you can't do good things if you're scratching to get something done. You know?
No. And
I know, right? That's what I'm saying.
the one good thing that he's done in recent memory was Uncut Gems, and that had nothing to do with his Netflix deal.
That was so good. That was a good movie, man.
No, well, it's good.
Still not going to watch it, Chris?
No.
Too close to home?
Yeah, I've seen snippets of it and I had to turn it off.
Man, it's really good.
It's like watching a story of my life.
A
know how it ends.
68-year-old woman in the UK passed away from breast cancer recently. Her funeral was last month.
Okay.
At her funeral, Somebody dressed as the Grim Reaper showed up and pointed at people saying, "You're next."
What the hell?
Come on.
I thought the first part was the headline. I was like, is that
Here's
it?
the catch, though.
What?
The woman's dying wish was to have a friend show up at her funeral dressed as the Reaper and point at her friends and say,
I like it.
"You're
I like
next."
it.
Okay,
That
that's
changes everything.
awesome.
Yep.
Wow.
That's what she wanted.
That's terrifying.
So it's so much better, though, if she doesn't tell almost anyone
Yeah,
that, right?
right.
Like,
Right.
because if everybody knows, Sally wanted to have the Grim Reaper here, that's if somebody walked in, because all of you reacted like, what? That's so inappropriate. She died of breast cancer. So much better if it's a prank on everybody except for the one person that executed that prank and then said she wanted this.
Yeah, so true. So
Get
true.
everybody uncomfortable and then tell them that's what she wanted.
Sauce has it written in his will that I have to show up and go.
The juice is loose.
See, thank you, Zacho.
Nailed
Got
it,
it.
Zach.
Nice job.
Here's something the Power Trip Morning Show might need to use on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. One of the most popular slang terms in the 1800s was, "My name is Haynes." And that's what you would say if you wanted to quickly end a conversation or leave a room. You would just go, "My name is Haynes," and just dip out.
I love
And
that.
just
I'm gonna
mic
write
drop
this
and
down.
walk out?
I guess
I've
you
gotta write this
I guess look, I'm just the messenger. One of the most popular slang terms in the 1800s was "My name is Haynes," which you would say if you wanted to quickly end a conversation or leave a room.
My God.
Wow.
So it's like the 1800s version of pulling a hockey.
Yeah, that's right. I
but
have
why-
to use that.
Why wouldn't you just if you verbally have to say something to leave the conversation, just say goodbye.
Or goodbye, my name is Haynes.
Yeah. Or,
Like, I'm
this
out.
is boring, I'm leaving.
Yeah, you're boring me. I'm leaving. My name is Haynes.
I like that it's so random. Who
Why
knows what the
Haynes?
Haynes reference is, right? Haines.
But
So
just
not
do
like
what
the
everybody
underwear.
else does. Like, I'll use the restroom. I gotta go use the restroom. And never come back.
But can you imagine if it's so anyway, I was getting lunch with Alan Page, and you're like, "My name is Haynes." You know what I mean?
I know
you're
exactly.
just
It's going to be fun.
You hear the bongos as well?
Right.
My name is Haynes, supposedly originated in the mid-19th century after an encounter between Thomas Jefferson and a man named Haynes.
Oh.
The story of this first encounter first appeared in the weekly Picayune, published in New Orleans in February 17th of 1840. Has been retold in a number of other newspapers. But, yeah, it's a very long story. But it did...
All right, so there was an actual man named Haynes.
There was a guy named Haynes.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Good history lesson.
We should adopt that somehow. You know?
For sure.
Like at any point in the next 20 minutes, if I bore you with one of these headlines, just say, "Well, Ben, in 6 minutes, you're going to have to leave." So just mid-sentence, just say, "My name is Haynes," and just walk out.
Just put a sign on the door for all the new guests, the first timers. If you need an out,
Well,
say this.
Here's our code word.
There's, I think,
Haynes.
a couple days a week this is going to get used. Again, this is just a headline. Don't kill the messenger. I don't have any details. But apparently Tool's next album will not take as long to come out as the last one, which I think was almost a decade, right? Wasn't it 10 or 12 years in between albums? So I don't know if that means they have one in the works and it's soon, but it just says the next album is apparently not going to take as long.
Haynes.
My name is Haynes.
Can I ask a question?
Go on.
Who is Tools?
Oh, man.
Oh, my
Tool,
God.
singular.
Tools?
I wish we could play
Is that
Tool. What kind of music do you like? Anna, just in general?
Country.
You would hate Tool.
Is it like hard rock?
Hard rock, but
That's
they
what I was
are,
gonna say.
I mean, they're like Rock and Roll Hall of Fame worthy
Well, not
level.
necessarily. I like rock and roll.
Okay, but Tool would, like, they
Put
sell
another
out the
dime on
Target
your
Center. They're a
jukebox,
huge
baby.
deal.
See, I think rock and roll is a misleading genre.
They're prog rock. That's their technical title.
Prog rock?
Prog rock, yeah.
Like Fraggle Rock.
Yeah, Wikipedia says alternative metal, art rock, post metal, progressive metal, and progressive rock.
So they do it all.
Yeah, I would. So, Anna, I would put them more in they're in more the metal category than they are rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they are a band's band. Like musicians worship their craft. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
other bands are like, they bow down to the brilliance of Tool.
Not the songwriting, like just the way that
Well,
they.
both, but like even songs that the masses don't love, the rest, like Chris can attest to this. Like musicians seem to just think that they're on a different level.
Yeah, right. Yeah, as musicians.
As musicians, they're just better than everybody else. They think outside the box. They just are very strange, but they also have about 12 or 13 just bangers. Don't shake your head, Zach. If you poop on Survivor, in a group, they film you.
Say that again. If you poop on Survivor.
In a group, though.
In a group.
So apparently a part of the deal is if you go to the bathroom by yourself, they will give you privacy. But because there's a chance you could talk strategy if you go in groups, they tell you if you go to the bathroom in a group, we are still going to keep filming. So I guess there's
who does that?
There's a
Outside of
strategy
hockey?
about.
Listen, I like what I like.
Who does group poop?
Do they have like actual bathrooms to use?
That's a great question. I don't know the answer to that.
I don't know about that either.
That's funny. My 10-year-old asked that when we were watching Survivor last week. She goes, "Do they have like a porta potty, or where do they go?" I go, "Good question. Don't know."
If it's true Survivor, no. You just got to go where you go.
I
They
don't
just know not to do it in a group.
Hmm.
Unless they want it on
get,
camera.
Unless they want to get filmed.
Can we go back to My Name is Haynes real quick?
Of course.
All right, I read the whole story
Mm-hmm.
while you guys were talking nonsense about poop. So Thomas Jefferson's going to his house one day, and he's riding along beside this dude, and they strike up a conversation. They're both riding horses.
So I'm riding along, and
Just
I'm riding
I'm riding along. And this guy mentions how much he hates Thomas Jefferson. He has no idea it's Thomas Jefferson.
Oh,
He's talking-
man.
And
Love that already.
just ripping him on everything. And so they pull up in front of, they're just riding by, and it's Thomas Jefferson's house. They get close to Thomas Jefferson's house, and Thomas Jefferson's like, "Hey, you want to come in my house, have a drink?" And he never said who he was, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the guy says, "Well, sure, I guess I should ask, who are you?" And he goes, "I'm Thomas Jefferson." And the guy looks at him, and he goes, "President Thomas Jefferson?" I mean, he just ripped him to shreds for like a half hour. And he goes, "Yes, President Thomas Jefferson." And Haynes goes, "Well, my name is Haynes," and spurred his horse and took off.
And just left.
That's it. So that's why they say my name is
All right,
Haynes.
so if you
I
just
like
want to
it.
quickly
Yeah.
leave, you just
Get
say,
the hell
"My
outta
name
here.
is Haynes."
My name is Haynes.
Who documents this stuff? Like, how did they figure that out?
Must have been
Thomas Jefferson?
I would say
Yeah,
he
Jefferson
probably
must have
made
told
it up.
that
I like
story.
it. Yeah,
He
for
probably
sure.
tweeted it or something.
It
Yeah,
probably
for
did.
sure.
Yeah, it probably did.
Cops in Cleveland have been trying to track down a guy who pulled a gun on a Burger King worker because he was told that his breakfast order was $8, but the customer thought it was supposed to be about 11.
So he was mad because it was.
Yes.
Help me, I'm poor.
The Burger King person said, "Your order is $8." And he's like, "No, it should be more like 11." And the argument pissed him off and pulled a gun on the drive-thru worker.
I hope you die.
Thought it should be
That was like
$11. Thought the guy had it wrong.
Well, as a matter of principle, guys, I guess he's probably right.
Yeah.
He said the guy threatened to kill him, also used a racial slur.
Oh.
Was he dressed as the Grim Reaper?
I don't think so.
See, now that's a great callback right there.
That was a
You
good
started to
callback.
figure it out.
See,
Yeah,
you understand
figured it out.
broadcasting. That was a callback. They arrested Batman, by the way. Did you see that?
What?
A 42-year-old guy in Michigan named Jamal Batman was arrested for DUI last weekend. Hi, Batman. The troopers saw an open bottle of tequila inside the vehicle. So the police said, quote, "After Batman was taken out of the patrol vehicle at the jail, troopers located a small plastic baggie containing a white powdery substance and tested positive for cocaine, where Batman had been seated." So Batman does coke.
See, that makes a lot more
Yeah, he's
sense.
under a lot of pressure.
A lot more sense. Yeah, he's at night fighting crime.
For sure.
Doing all that stuff, and then during the day, he's this business guy that's like super savvy. Like, how does he do it all?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to give Batman an out, but doesn't the Batmobile drive itself? I mean, doesn't he essentially have an automated vehicle? Can he throw a couple back and just let the Batmobile do the thing? Stack your
Was
hands
the
up.
Batmobile impounded? And how much does it cost to get it out of there?
Why do you want it?
Oh. Yeah.
I thought you wanted to drive the Planner's Nutmobile.
I mean, you can do two things at once.
Me so horny.
How do you drive two cars at once?
Hard.
Exactly.
Rosie, relax.
Hope one of them's on a stick shift.
I heard you hang around the impound lot a lot.
There is yet another Matrix movie in the works. This would be the fifth Matrix
The fourth one was
movie.
really good. I'm all for that.
Another
Nobody?
one.
Anybody? Me?
With
No?
Keanu?
Yes. I read it yesterday. Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep.
Has he been in every sequel?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Has he really?
Yeah. Yep.
When did the first one come out?
99.
It was 99. That's correct.
And it was amazing. Holds up. First
Real
one holds
good.
up.
Have you seen it?
I haven't.
Oh,
It's awesome. It was a game changer.
I'm going to give
Oh, you
you a
haven't
list
seen the
of
very
things. You're on
first one?
probation,
No.
Anna.
Yeah, it's probably worth it. It's a
First one
cultural
holds
thing.
up.
You got to watch the
It
first
holds
one.
up.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a list of things that you need to see.
I know. I feel like I need to watch more movies.
Yeah, you do. There's a movie called Top Secret that we brought up on Monday that you have to watch.
Top Secret's a great one.
You're a sports fan, right? Have you seen the classic film Ladybugs?
No.
With Jonathan Brandis and Rodney Dangerfield.
I haven't.
It won 4 Academy Awards.
Don't fall into his trap.
It was also.
My name is Haynes.
There he goes.
There goes Ben Lieber.
See how
You
he
can
did
see
that?
him on Twin
You see
Cities
how he did that?
Live weekdays 3 to 4:30 on Channel 5.
Yeah, he just leaves abruptly whenever he needs to leave. Yeah.
Yep.
There he goes. Anna.
Bye, Ben.
What do you think of Ben? Be honest. Now that he's gone, tell us the truth.
My name is Haynes.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Jeez.
Well played. Yep, I'm with you.
Another
We
callback.
all feel that
Just
way.
kidding.
Air France pilots. Hey, I wonder if Sauce is flying Air France.
Well, you did take a flying lesson.
You never know.
once.
He did. He flew a plane. Air France pilots are threatening to strike over new government rules that would ban striking.
What?
Okay. Anybody?
How do you strike a strike?
That was a hell of a sentence.
You strike a strike.
Is that a double strike? Then you just work, right?
See, it's profound. It's like you're currently in the Matrix right now, trying to figure out what's real and what's not.
Are we going bowling?
Oh, that does sound
Strike?
fun.
Oh,
I do
yeah.
like bowling.
I
love bowling.
Yeah, I like to bowl. I'm good
Yeah.
at it. I think I could be a pro.
Yep, that's
Anna, do you
insane.
think I could be a pro bowler?
I've never seen you in the lanes.
Yeah,
no.
but just look at me
Yeah,
like,
just
as a person.
Just stereotype him. Look at him and
Yeah.
say, "Does that look like a pro bowler? That's somebody that could
yeah.
average like 240."
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. See, I'm halfway there. Then I got the look.
Anna, get used to being wrong.
What's a bowler supposed to look like?
Me.
Pretty much like
Yeah,
Chris,
pretty much me.
honestly.
Yeah, a little-
Chris,
little
but
chubby.
with a little more driven.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
all.
A lot more, actually. Yeah.
A new study says that couples who drink together live longer.
Where did this study come from?
I don't know, but Busey
Wisconsin.
is pumped about it.
Yeah, he likes it.
Great point.
Oh, Dan Brewer agrees.
Speaking of this, the most recent world's oldest man, who was just 114 before he recently passed away, chalked up his longevity to hard work, going to bed early, and drinking a shot of booze every day.
Hey, it's Mark Rosen.
My dad actually does that.
A shot? Or just has a drink every day?
Okay, a swig of whiskey.
Okay, that's a
before he
shot.
goes
He's
to
doing a
bed.
swig?
That's how he
His
does it?
grandpa was a pharmacist, and apparently he lived a long life. And I don't know, my dad's been doing it, and he's alive.
There you go. Well,
A swig of whiskey every night.
Just like a really small one.
Like when he's
But he keeps
an
it in the
hour-
freezer.
But like an hour before bed, or
No, like
or when
right
he's
before.
crawling into
He
bed.
takes- No, he takes a shower, then you hear him go into the kitchen and just pulls out the freezer and does it.
So
puts
he's
it back.
he's a night shower. Ben Lieber would like that because Ben thinks that's the way to go. He's a night shower.
Yes.
That he does his routine, brushes his teeth, all that stuff. Then a swig, or a swig and then brushes his teeth and go to bed. I would
That's
think
actually a good question. I'm assuming he brushes his teeth after.
I would think you do the swig first.
You
Yeah.
got to swig it first.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to.
So you must do shower, swig, then brush,
Man.
then bed.
Any chance that it's more than just a swig? Like you only see the first swig, and 12 hours later,
I
he's
guess you gotta
hanging
ask
upside
him.
down. Yeah.
It sounds like he's hiding a significant drinking problem.
does
from
seem like you might
If he
wanna
just
check
says
it
He's
out.
he's doing it
actually
to sleep.
not a big drinker.
Okay, that's
No, just nightly
At
before
all.
bed by himself.
Just that. Okay. I don't
sure,
know.
Sure.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm not going
absolutely.
to test it.
When is the window of Gen Z from when to when? Could you look it up quickly, Zacho? Gen Z is what?
Late 90s, early 2000s to mid 2010s.
Okay, so basically Tommy Olsen.
Yeah.
Late 90s?
That's right.
Because he's what, 96?
No, he's
94?
older than
Is he
me.
94? He
Yeah.
must be 94. He just turned 30.
Yeah.
So Gen Z, 60% of Gen Zers. Well, you're a Gen Zer,
I
then
am.
correct, right? You said you're
2003.
2000. Okay, so this is you, Anna.
Younger than my daughter.
Check this out. 60% of your generation, Gen Z, 60% of Gen Zers believe that traditional table manners like having your elbows on the table are no longer relevant. Do you put your elbows on the table when you're eating?
I mean, I don't think about it, so I'm assuming I do.
I guess I just thought about that in my own head, and that's exactly what I thought too. I'm like, I wonder if I do that. I'm never
Yeah.
consciously thinking about it. I'm not even close to Gen Z, but
Yeah, it's not like I'm setting it down and I'm like, oh, I gotta keep the elbows off.
that was huge though when we were growing up, right, Chris? Elbows off the table,
Yeah, they tried to
napkin,
tell
the
us
whole
that.
bit.
Yep.
Now it's more like cell phones. Like keep your cell phones away from the dinner table.
Jeez Louise, man.
Focus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't even imagine. I can't imagine having living in a time when you had a cell phone in school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
I mean, I can.
Yeah, right. You can, of course, because you're still in school.
How do they stay focused? No wonder they all have ADHD.
That's a good question.
And no work ethic.
I was listening to this podcast. I listened to this podcast yesterday about teachers. The daily something or other. I forget what it's called. I like it does a news story every day. It was talking about kids who miss a chronic amount of school these days. Do you know about this, Corey? Did you have any idea that like since the pandemic, kids are missing so many days of school, like because I guess their parents and they realized after the pandemic they didn't need to go every day or so. I have no idea, but it's
I can
like
sense that.
Right. It's like
I've seen that a little bit with my little one.
terrible thing, man. Like,
Yeah.
and people taking vacations during the school year and you know just
So,
willy nilly.
I'm on that team though 100%, especially when they're young. Like life experience versus a week of school, especially if you're making up the work, right? If you're keeping up with whatever homework you had. When we schedule vacations,
By the way, that's the rub.
what is the rub?
People keeping up with the homework they were supposed to do.
And they don't?
They don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
I definitely tell my girls when we go on trips, you are obviously going to tell your teachers ahead of time. You're going to let them know. You're going to make sure you catch up and keep up. And if it requires homework on the plane or at the hotel, you got to do it. But I just don't ever want to not give them that experience because the scheduling doesn't work out. I think they're going to learn more seeing the world than 5 days in school.
Yeah.
You know?
I see what you're saying. I see an angle there, but I also, you know, like this podcast was pointing out, like a kid misses 6 days of school and comes back and is 6 days behind everybody else. And the teacher has to slow down the lesson plan in order to catch the other kid back up. So everybody gets slowed down. And if you have 15 kids in a class of 30 doing that, it throws off the entire school year.
Sure.
Pretty crazy.
So basically, since COVID, parents have become more lenient.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Yep.
And kids have become more lazy.
Well,
maybe. Or just
maybe.
know that there's other ways to do it. You could do it virtually or they'll make it up. I don't know.
The virtual thing is huge.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. Plus, you know, my youngest is 10. She's at the point now where school's starting to get boring for her. It was fun for a while. Now it's like, God, there's a lot of work. Yeah.
Yeah. If you
Gets
stopped going
worse.
to school when it was boring, nobody'd go to college. Am I right, Anna?
I mean,
And there's a whole bunch of kids that probably shouldn't go to college, right? We got to tear that system down too.
those are the ones. Yeah, those are the ones that get weeded out freshman year.
Yeah.
After spending tens of thousands of dollars that
Yeah.
they now have to pay
To realize that it wasn't
Yeah.
for them anyway.
Well, they go to a trade school or something and make way more money than they would have if they would have kept it with the degree.
Yep.
Can I take
True.
over for a second? I got two things I want to get
I got
to.
last one. Can
Okay,
I just
go
do one
ahead.
last one
Yeah,
just
get
because this is Easter week?
Get it.
A 35-year-old guy in Florida, shocking,
I know that guy.
struck a Walgreens manager with a Bible on Easter because she was being rude while he was trying to buy headphones.
He's just trying to spread the word.
You know, I get it.
So he's at Walgreens trying to buy headphones on Easter, as one tends to
Yeah.
do,
Yeah.
and didn't like the manager's attitude, so struck a Walgreens manager with a Bible on Easter.
Yeah. Power of Christ compelled him.
Wow.
Take it away.
Thank you. Julia Garner is going to play the Silver Surfer in the Fantastic Four movie.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
It's going to be sweet.
The
How
gal
cool
from
is that?
Ozark?
Yeah.
Is going to be the
Ruthie.
Silver Surfer?
Going to be the Silver Surfer. That's right. I love that for her.
That's gonna be
She's
so sweet.
good. Please, Anna, are we going to be friends?
I have seen the
Oh, thank
Fantastic
God.
Four.
No.
I've seen Ozark.
What about Ozark?
I have seen a couple episodes of Ozark. I never finished it, and I liked it.
Okay,
Worth
good.
it.
All right, good. All right, that
I've
was
still
close.
never seen it. I got to watch it all the way through. But
How
I've
did
seen
you guys stop? Like, it's one of the most addicting shows I've ever...
Now you've made Zach angry.
I'm
Max.
sorry, Zach.
Look,
Sorry.
see what you've done.
Zacho,
Figure it out,
will you
Max.
forgive me, man?
By the way, if you want to have,
Can we work it out?
if you want to hear Mark Rosen's opinion on the female Silver Surfer, tune in Tuesday at 7:30.
Yeah, if you want to hear
tell him the news.
If you want to hear him as excuse me. If you want to hear him as Zed in Pulp Fiction, listen right now.
You want that gun, don't you, Zed?
I do.
Go ahead and pick it up.
Here, give it to me.
Go ahead, pick it up.
It's hard.
Step aside, Brooks.
How is his butt? Jeez.
Gargling.
Okay?
Gargling.
Nah, man. I'm pretty far from okay.
Oh, please. You're benefiting from this.
Yep.
Merry
Mark Rosen in the movies.
Mark Rosen in the movies.
I don't know how he didn't get that role.
I don't know. I thought, again, if he had stayed on script, he might have had a better chance. Please tell me you've seen Pulp Fiction, Anna. All right.
I think that's all she needs.
That's a
What is it again?
generational thing.
I'm
Pulp
Haynes?
Fiction. Yeah, my name is Haynes.
My name is Haynes.
That's it, yeah.
I mean, it's just whatever. You know, these kids these days.
By the way, Pedro Pascal is going to be Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards, in the
Is he really?
Fantastic Four. Yep, that was the first one that was announced. They just
Vanessa
announced
Kirby
everybody
as
else.
Sue Storm. Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm.
Don't know who those two people are.
Joseph Quinn is from your show, Stranger Things.
Stranger Things, yeah.
Which one is he?
I don't. Hold on.
He's
one second.
the guy who hangs upside down from ceilings in the Upside Down world.
Joseph Quinn.
I don't
Is
know.
that the scary guy?
Eddie Munson.
Oh, he played Eddie.
Yeah, that's him. He's going to be the
okay.
Human Torch, and then
Eddie was a fun character.
Cousin from The Bear. He's going to be the Thing.
That's right.
Is that right?
Yeah,
That's correct.
All right.
Yeah, everybody's cousin in that show. But you get
Yeah, you know, I'm talking about. Yeah, you know me.
Oh, Chef from the Bear.
I'm going to miss you next week,
I don't know
Zach.
what you- I don't-
You're
I
being
get it.
clever. Next week's going to be rough when you're gone.
I missed it. I didn't get it.
Yeah, basically, everybody's chef, everybody's cousin.
Oh, I get it. Okay, get it. Now I'm sorry. Yeah. You can now buy a life-sized replica of the Megan doll from the Megan movie. I don't know why you'd want to do that. Actually, I do, and I don't want to think about it.
We'll ask him on Tuesday.
Oh, come on. Or at 9 o'clock.
That movie was actually surprisingly really good, though.
It's
I enjoyed
pretty
it.
freaky.
Yeah, it
I've
is
seen
freaky.
that movie.
I
I've seen
enjoyed
that
it.
one.
There we go.
Look at you. You saw Megan and you haven't seen Pulp Fiction?
I mean, didn't that one just come out?
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
I need to calm down. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. Okay, I
A
got
doll.
more stories. Yeah,
Wow.
a doll. Yeah, you could buy a life-size version of it
Interesting.
if you'd like.
That seems like the kind of doll you would be into, Chris. One that terrifies you and probably degrades you.
I didn't say I didn't already order it.
Is there like a buy one, get one free deal? Or
Yeah, it could be. Here's something that I would really be interested in doing, in all seriousness, and we're going to London later this year. Iconic locations for Britain's royal family will be open to the public for the first time ever this summer. The East Wing of Buckingham Palace and Balmoral Castle in Scotland will both offer tours starting in July. The tour of the palace's East Wing will include a stop in the room where the royals gather before they step out onto the palace's balcony to wave at the public. And the East Wing is being open to the public following more than 5 years of renovations. Meanwhile, the public will be able to go inside Balmoral Castle for the first time since it was completed in 1855. That'd be kind of cool, right?
That's sweet, yeah.
Is that where the Queen died?
is this some bear joke that we don't get?
No, I really don't know.
Because I remember, like
I've heard that name a lot.
The Balmoral is the only one. The only time I ever heard it was when the Queen died. So I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
Right. Don't know.
Bless her heart.
Thank you. That's so sweet of you to say that. I mean, bless her heart.
I was pretty broken up about it.
Yeah, it does say that's where she died when I Googled the quick Google search.
There you go.
Have you guys heard of all that conspiracy with Kate Middleton?
Yeah, that was dicey. That was a Twitter cesspool for a couple of
Yeah,
weeks.
kind of get weird, didn't it?
Yeah.
And everybody had to backtrack once they realized she had cancer.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, never mind. My bad. Like Blake Lively. Whoops. Never mind.
Anna, somebody wants to
Sorry.
hire you this morning. How can they get a hold of you?
You can contact me by email. It's just my name, annabaining23@gmail.com, or Twitter, Anna Baining. Send me a message there, or find me on LinkedIn. It's just my name.
BEHNING.
Yep.
We hope it was fun.
We already had somebody reach out and want to mentor you.
Oh, yeah. His
Really?
name is Mark Rosen.
Mark Rosen,
Yeah, he worked,
Twin Cities icon, would like to take you under his wing. And he would like to start with a dinner
Yep.
and discuss your career, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
Wow.
No,
Are you familiar with Mark Rosen?
I actually met him at the Vikings game when I was interning with Fox 9.
How'd the trial go?
The trial.
We're joking. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. We're just joking.
Anna, it was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you.
The Scalar brothers tomorrow. Those guys are hilarious. They'll be here about 7:30, and they're playing initials tomorrow. And $62,500 on the line with the initials jackpot, thanks to St. Paul Federal Credit Union. 9 to noon is next. See you tomorrow.
Everybody have a wonderful day.
You too, Abadabba.
Radio Drive is